I'm feeling like Scarface. I'm feeling like Scarface. You want to play? Let's play. How long we gonna go back and forth playing these games? And I'm not talking to the little people. I'm not talking to the YouTube community. I'm not talking to y'all, huh? You know, every time it's time for me to get up out of here, and my light is so attached to this flesh that I can feel the pain from the chain they got on my left ankle in the spirit. It's a chain. What is it? What is it you want? Huh? You've already lost. Y'all, please forgive me. They know who I'm talking to. Huh? They don't want to let me go because they know when I get my hands around the neck of George W. Bush in one hand and whore Elizabeth in the other hand. It's a wrap. That's what it is. They don't want to. I've conquered everything I need to conquer on this flesh. Some of the beings are now irrelevant. Unless they repent, they gonna get whatever it's coming to them. Here, this is to all that think China is real. Just like any other label under the ballot forces, those entities all across the world that worship demonic forces is down with the program. I decided today, his testimony service, I decided I was just going to go step grounds on some of the schools again that I've gone through, and I'm not talking esoteric, why to why religion, and I'm just talking about schools, the man-made schools, and how I got there was looking at the symbols that represent some of the schools that I've attended. So it started off with Robert Morgan. So I'm not going to even go and type in and go to who is Robert Morgan and what kind of hole he have. Uh, I was trying to get all the way to the top, and it all led to George W. Bush. Senior. Once again, that no matter which direction I go, he following. His dogs of Vanderbilt, the Banders. But what does that have to do with kung fu fighting? Everybody was kung fu fighting. You want to be Wu Tang, huh? You want to be a childish Gambino? You want to, you want to dance around like Porta Potty Pharaoh with a water gun and a sword. Who do you want to be in the kung fu world? I remember telling a story a few years back about Ponce de Leon Junior High and its connection to the University of Miami. All the schools that I attended was under the vise of University of Miami Research and Development. The same with I'm finding out about Naranja, and then each school has a different that north, south, east, west compass signal that I was talking about yesterday. That's the symbol for the Robert Morgan. But I literally, my mouth dropped when I found out about the society over Ponce de Leon Junior High. It's some type of kung fu society. When you begin to think that these little Chinatowns are just represented by behind the green screen with the eyes looking slanted, but they are really governed by the Bushes on a high society level. They is down with China to the fullest. They'll never separate and turn their back on China, even if they say they're at war with China. No. Do you know that George W. Bush Sr. was a liaison for China? A lot of people know that, the ones who studied him, but I didn't know. It's just my search about me and the places that I've walked and places that have a hold on me, like have symbols connected to my flesh. That no matter what I say, I don't want to be connected to anything that stands under the banner of the Bushes. Anything that stands under the banners of the Obama, the Biden, the Clinton. And then I say, well, I can volunteer. He connected to that too. I was like, looking at things, words, I tend to do this. I'll write down things that come to my mind and then come back to it later, right? So here's this paper. See this big old coffee stain here, right? Here's this paper. And see how I had it folded. See? And as I was going through papers to put in the bag to shred, I opened it up and I said, wait a minute. I don't remember covering this, this information here. Why did I write 50 points of light on this paper? Okay, that's what I ended up. So when I was going to go live a couple of hours ago, I've been stuck on this paper right here. I said, why did I write 50 points of light? Now I know the 50 points of light don't have nothing to do with what I was talking about yesterday when I said I was going to count each ray on the seal, my son's seal, the 1,000 seal that's on his live birth certificate. I said I was going to do that. And then I remember Red Squid X counting diamonds. But this paper was written months ago, right? See the coffee stain on there with the two eyes? See that? See that? That looked like an eclipsed. Why did I write 50 points of light? And then I wrote a date. I wrote September 26th. And when I come to the other side, I got disruption of communication, which that is something that's in the Federal Register. Disruption of communication, which is supposed to happen around October or September of this year. And under that, I got 50 points of light. And then I got capacitated. I heard the gold mouth doctor talking about capacitated the other day, but I already have it written on this paper. But I never addressed or went over the 50 points of light, and I'm about to go over it today. But before I go over it, everybody is kung fu fighting. Oh, shit, in circles. You know why I sound like I'm talking in circles? Let me start over. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God has provided the perfect solution to all my needs. But God, you need to go ahead and keep your promise. Make it ASAP. ASAP. I'm ready. Let me get these glasses ready. So as I was taking a journey, it was just me going back down memory lane and saying, how come some of these famous people that I remember or encountered seem like they don't exist because ain't nobody on the other side of the screen. I remember when Chad came to our school for a game or something like that. It was something he was there for. He wasn't a student yet, but he was there and he was young. And the boys was picking at him, talking about he looked like he was from Africa. Remember hanging out with Silvio and Lala. Where are these people? Then I went back and looking at teachers, and they like nowhere to be found. Like the Zapatas and stuff. I look like, wait, where are these people at? How they've all of a sudden disappeared? And how come everything that I'm connected to is all connected? Every time it's time for me to go and leave up out of here, one of them would take and grab that chain and yank me down. And every single time I know that I was supposed to leave, uh, release these chains. My whole left ankle be just like that, like it's a chain on the. Let me tell you something I learned about Coral Gables Senior High and Ponce de Leon Senior High. Ponce de Leon Junior High. You know, Ponce de Leon went through phases. It went through phases where it was just 8th and 9th grade. They kept switching up. Every time it got close for me to go through these school systems, they would switch up. Because like George Washington Carver, at one point, it was from elementary to 12th grade, right? And then when I came on the scene, they switched it where it was just kindergarten through 2nd grade. And then you go over to another school out of the community or within the community. But I had to be bused to the research and development school, Sunset Elementary, that went from 3rd to 6th grade. And then go back over to Carver, which was just 7th grade. And then leave that one and go to Ponce de Leon, which was 8th and 9th grade. And then each time that those grades switched, they was doing the same thing to Coral Gables Senior High. Okay, Coral Gables Senior High this year is going to be 9th through 12th grade. But by the time I got there, it was 9th through 12th grade. And then they switched it again to 10th through 12th only, and all kind of mess with the school system that I was in. Okay. My granddaughter was listening to some of my stories. She said, you used to walk almost 2 miles? Yes, 2 miles. You hear some people in the country talk about, yeah, they had to walk 5 miles to school. In the city, 2 miles. When the school across the street, once I left, and for my sister to get there, then they switched it to 7th through 12th grade. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Why? Why all of that? Why? Here's what I learned about today. Just studying about my paths and my walks and why it's so hard for them to let me go. They love me that much, huh? They say they hate. They don't hate, because if they hate me, they would have let me go a long time ago. They love me. They want to love me so bad. Huh? So whatever's on your mind about wanting to kill something, Taylor Swift, I'm sorry, it's their fault. You need to go talk to your daddy them. You need to go, you Taylor Swift, you need to go talk to your daddy. And news alert. You know, for the years that I was asking, where's Dr. Malachi Z. York? Where's Dr. Malachi Z. York? Where's Dr. Malachi Z. York? And everybody was ignoring me and blocking me out of the chats and everything. Motor mouth elder, motor mouth young elder slipped up today. Don't try to make it as a distinguishment between jail and prison. I know that's what he'll try to come with. Nope, he slipped up today. Big mouth, motor mouth. He said when he was locked up. Big mouth motor. I knew it. I knew I could get it. That's why I kept going over there. No matter how he blocked me, I knew I was going to get the answer that I needed out of it. He talked too much and don't know nothing. What you gonna do? Threaten me? What you gonna do? Take me out? Come with it. Nothing. I remember when I first was coming at him, he tried to go all the way down the street. He had the whole South Florida Evaluation and Treatment Center posted up on his page and the address and stuff like I hadn't been talking about that. I was like, you need to come with something else. That ain't gonna make me be quiet. But since the cat got your tongue that you feel like you need to do that, I'll sit back and wait. I'll sit back and wait. And that's just what I did. I mean, literally. He don't even know. I could be Dr. Malachi Z. York. We talking about a light being that transfers from one light source to a next within a body into another body. And if Melchizedek knew that if they arrested him, that they would try to extract all the information out of that being, do you think he would stay if it's a light being? I'm just saying, isn't that a possibility? Motor mouth? I'm just saying. And I told you. But you don't listen to, just like he crying, nobody watch his videos. I told you to stop saying that he was Jesus because he never said that he was. You got everybody starting to do that now. Now they're going to go in there and try to kill that whole flesh in there now. For no reason. You your own ops. Mind's eye, greater light, I see you. I see you, mind's eye. Take them to the ICU. Take them to the ICU, mind's eye. Now, again, as I researched and developed on these schools that I went to, like, let me just show this one. Let me show the symbol for Robert Morgan. It's like she just put all her info. That's right. That's right. I mean, what else they gonna do, Robert Morgan? And I'm not gonna, like I said, dig into who Robert Morgan is right now because I'm on some kung fu fighting stuff. Robert Morgan. Now, let me tell you the story about Robert Morgan. Just a quick rundown on Robert Morgan, my experience and my walk there. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. They trying to give me all these pop-up blocking. I want to block the pop-ups. I'm not trying to show any children on here. I'm not trying to show any children. Okay, hold up. Let me go to the images real quick. Okay, here's two symbols I'm going to show you about Robert Morgan. Two symbols. I ain't going there just yet. See this one right here? See that right there? Hold up. And then pirates. Okay. All right. That's that. Now let me show you this one. Let's see this. This the Dewey right here now. This the Dewey right here. We Cavaliers. The Cavaliers, where the logo. There it is. Huh? It's a pirate. Huh? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. See? Pirates. Okay? Now, definitely ain't no doubt about it with Ponce de Leon. Ain't no doubt about it. Huh? He's just a pirate with a helmet, right? See what I'm saying? But hold up, let me see if I can get a better logo. The one that's on my little varsity tags and stuff I have here. Wait, let me see. Let's put that logo. This is these up to dates right here. This ain't the old school. This ain't the old school logo. But I showed the logo on my little varsity thing, right? And some of the certificates that I still have. But that ain't the gist of what got me to where I'm saying everybody kung fu fighting. Let's go. Let me go here. Here we go. Let's share this tab instead. Am I even sharing the screen? Yep. Let's share this tab instead. Who is these beings right here? Huh? Who these people is? Look. They the founding fathers, the Ching Tang. Who? Ching Tang? What they got? I wonder if everybody in the hood, every school you go to and really find out who the founding fathers of the schools that you have walked and what kind of physics, green screen machines they've been using to watch you from before you entered your mother's womb, huh? And all they secret sacredness. Some of them look like they was right over there with G.W.BUSH traveling in CIA codes and stuff. I'm going to read the story about the Ching Tang founding fathers for University of Miami, Coral Gables, and Ponce de Leon. I told you that was research and development schools that I've been under. Ching Tang. How do you remember? Pootie Tang, Ching Tang. Now, the history of the Ching Tang fraternity, and guess who wrote this story in 1962? Ray DeCastro. Ray DeCastro and the Van Dyke Forrester. Van Dyke Forrester wrote some information in 1960, and Ray DeCastro came and added on. Let me read. See, I'm finding out that the more I research about my walks and my steps and my DNA and my blood, and it just gets me closer and closer. Huh? It gets me closer and closer. And it don't matter how tight y'all try to hold on to the chains. It's all, look, I'm going to make sure that God keeps his promise. I'm going to make sure. Watch. You watch. Y'all see it? Y'all see how it's unfolding? Did I finish? My mind is God's mind. Yeah, I did. Ching Tang was founded at Ponce de Leon High School in 1933 when Greater Miami was just beginning. A young man named William H. Redhead. Boy, I can't make this stuff up. William H. Redhead, huh? I'm going to see. Let me click on William H. No, I'll click on these names after. William H. Redhead from Lakewood, Ohio. See how the Ohio's just moved on down? There wasn't no moving on up. It was just moving on down. They said, we have to find out about these pyramids at the bottom of the ocean and the beings that come from out of the sea. We got to steal their light. We got to block their light. We got to dim their lights. Lakewood, Ohio, moved to Coral Gables, Florida. Although he was a newcomer, he soon made friends with the leader of the new high school, Ponce de Leon Senior High. This sounds like a scary movie, man. Listen, wait. Listen how Coral Gables and Ponce de Leon intermingled. Although he was a newcomer, he soon made friends with the leader at his new high school, Ponce de Leon Senior High. Remember, I told you when I was at Ponce de Leon became a junior high. As a matter of fact, then it became a middle school, and they kept switching up the grades. One year to be 7th through 9th, and the next year to be 8th and 9th. But then when you go over to Coral Gables, the way the schools changed grades throughout the years was like tag teaming. Carver would change from 7th grade only, so Ponce would be 8th and 9th. And then when you get to Gables was just 10th through 12th. Then Gables went from 9th to 2. You see what I mean? That's what happened. He told them about Ching Tang fraternity. So Ching Tang fraternity was not a Miami group. It was not a Miami fraternity. And the way these people look, they don't even look like Ching Tangs. But it came out of Lakewood, Ohio. Now, I wonder if any of the Ohioans, I'm talking about the big dogs, are members of Ching Tang instead of Wu-Tang. A group that existed at his former school, Lakewood High School. He and his new friends decided to form Ching Tang locally in 1933 and became charter members. Their names were Louis Stinson Sr., Harris Johnson, Barney Roberts, Paul. Oh my goodness. almost, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making this up. My mother worked for this man right here. And I told y'all the story about Paul Andre. And I told you that my mother, we would go to their house and he would, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I did a whole build about this. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have clicked it. I'm beginning to feel some type of way. I promise y'all. I promise you, I'm feeling achieved. Huh? That I'm breaking it on down. Yep. Yep. My mother worked for this man, this family. Sure did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I can't make this up. I'm not making it up. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. And then when y'all, I didn't click on this earlier when I was doing the research and development. I'm just Charlie Roberts and Pat Dabney. Those are the rest. I wonder if I click on any other these other names, how close were they to my family? These beings. Wow. So Paul Andre was a founding member of the Ching Tang Fathers. Wow. Wow. Y'all just give me a minute. I'm just a little, 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 okay? Just a little, just a little. So would it had to be his son. That was his son that owned that insurance company. Bethesda. God, look at these names. All right. So let me go back. Let me go back. Let me click on some of these other Lewis Stinson. Marjorie. Look at that name. Mm-mm-mm. Jacksonville, was born in Jacksonville. Okay, so how he ended up in Miami, brother Eddie, learning from. Oh, he was with the Wright brothers, Dayton, Ohio. He was Ponce de Leon for his senior year as one of the founding members of Ching Tang. 1934, he was voted the best looking boy, a good old boy, huh? He returned to Jacksonville, May 7. His wife, Norma, Miss Norma, still lives in South Miami. Stop that. Savannah, Georgia. See there? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. October and elected. So the Ching Tangs is still a society. Lewis Stinson Jr. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, now who else? Who else am I clicking? Harris Johnson, 1935. Eva Rose. He attended Coral Gables Elementary. active in the school orchestra, Ching Tang dances, competitive ballroom dancer. He was in the Coast Guards. His World War II, okay, see, I knew he was somewhere in there, Bush. Joined the Army. However, he discharged at boot camp from a history of seizures. See, the insurance agency. So he probably founded Paul Andre Insurance. He was probably a partner with him. Harris married Clara Hood. 2 children, Mary Johnson and Samuel Harris. Augusta, see there? Oh my goodness. They started their own independence. When he died, he had 35-foot Carver. He loved to travel. As soon as he and Gussie, wait a minute, Gussie Cutler, who worked for IBM at the time. Gussie. I know they ain't talking about Aunt Gussie. I don't know. Wait a minute. I need to look at his wife. Gussie Johnson has since remarried and lives in Waynesville. Nope, nah, that ain't her. Amelia. Gussie and Harris transported by ambulance to home Simmons Island, St. Simmons Island in Georgia. Ooh, who else? T.J. McClain. T.J. McClain and his best friend Bear. He was a phone operator for Florida East Coast Railroad. In 1922 to 1930, he moved to Coconut Grove. He was a ticket agent. He went to work for Southern Bell Telephone and Telegraph as an installer. He passed away in 1952 at the Miami Heart Institute. Okay, so he died early. He died young. They must have had that insurance out on him. Phil Hudson. Now, his age group seemed a little bit off, right? Wait a minute. 1930, he moved to, Wallace Street, Coral Gables, where he attended Ponce de Leon, but quit for a year or two so he could later return and play football. He lived on the boundary of Ponce and Miami High, eventually graduating from Miami High, where he worked as a radio operator for the Latin American division in Pan American Airlines and became a flight navigator. Married Betty Summer, also a Miami High graduate. He has 2 sons, Mike and Patrick, his daughters, Judy and Glenda. They moved to Rio de Janeiro and Seattle, Washington, flying Tigers from Alaska to Japan. He retired at Lake Tahoe. Who else? Did I do Phil Hudson already? Yep. Icky. Sudlow. George Merrick. Is that who Merrick Park is founded after? His brother Fred and George Merrick, founder of Coral Gables. So he was okay. Bought the land west, bounded by Tamiami Trail North and Sunset Drive. Sunset Drive is back there where Sunset Elementary is. Red Road in the east. So he had all of this. Coral Towers, Red Road, and Gables Waterway. The Sutlows lived on the West Road. Okay, Fairchild Elementary. I know what that's at. That's back there. I was talking to my sister Pat the other day. That's back there where they used to live. Sutlows learned to swim in that pit, and it has since been filled as now YMCA and soccer fields. Around 1927, Henry attended Ponce de Leon Junior High and Senior High. While still in high school, he would sneak out at night to Grand Avenue. So he would go hang out in the hood. Y'all know Grand Avenue was the hood, okay? Anybody who know Miami know Grand Avenue is the hood. So he would go sneak out and hang in the hood in Coconut Grove to hear and learn jazz. After graduation in 1934, he attended University of Miami for 1 year, and he made a living as a musician. He enlisted in the Army Air Corps June 19, Moody Field, Valdosta. Okay, for that. Oh, he died July 13th. Ooh, see, that's 7/13. And a heart attack, Okay. Okay. So he's at Arlington National Cemetery, huh? Okay, let me see. Charlie Roberts, original member. May Elizabeth Otwell Roberts. He was born in Cumming, Georgia. They moved to Cordell. From 1924 to 29, he lived in Tampa. And then he moved to Algeria Avenue in Coral Gables. Mr. Roberts was assistant general freight agent for Seaboard Railroad. Charles attended Ponce de Leon Junior High and Senior High and was a member of the football team and original member of the Ching Tangs. After graduation from high school, Charles went to Colombia, South America to work in the oil fields. He later returned to Miami and went to work for Eastern Airlines as a mechanic. And a daughter of the Miami Police Department, Ruth Eugenia Bryson of Coconut Grove. Ruth Bryson of Coconut Grove in 1939. And a daughter of Miami policeman Charles and Ruth. They have 2 daughters and a son. He later served North Africa and China. Didn't I just do something about Burma, India? About the caste system? I sure did, just a few days ago. After leaving the Army, Charles and Ruth lived in Miami Springs. He attended University of Miami, GI Bill, and then U of M Law School, and received a license to practice in 1950. He's still alive. He was buried in Miami. Ruth lives in Atlanta. Okay. Okay, who else? Last but not least, Pat Dabney. Douglasville, Georgia. He was in the Army during World War II. 1944, Summerfield owned Dabney's Welding and Machine Shop. Wilma Dora Perkins. They divorced. He married Ramona Staley, his high school sweetheart. Ramona lived in Homestead, Florida, to be close to her sister, Sarah Morden, and she passed away in 1999. Okay, let me click out of some of these and continue reading about the Ching Tang. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Ooh. The fraternity moved with its school when Ponce de Leon High became Coral Gables Senior High and relocated to the school's present location on Bird Road in Coral Gables in September 1950. The fraternity's founding principles were honor, brotherhood, gentlemanly behavior, and scholarship. Membership was by invitation and a subsequent unanimous vote by the members. The new fraternity drafted a constitution that survives today. The document, handwritten in a brown leather-bound book inscribed with the names of all the members of the Ching Tang, from the first charter members to the last members, initiated in 1971. Now, I wonder, was it all the football teams that came through or just who they chose? Because my father and my uncle both played football at these schools. Well, my father, he played with Carver. But my uncle played with Gables. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Do it look like they would accept? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me just keep reading. As part of the initiation ceremony, whose details are still closely guarded secret, all the new members signed their names and swore that they would uphold the traditions and the ideals of Ching Tang. The Constitution provided that only students of Ponce de Leon Senior High, later amended to Coral Gables Senior High, could be members of the fraternity. It further provided that the membership would be limited at any one time to a total of 40 members. Over the decades, the membership grew to over 500 strong and became very influential in the affairs of the school. What? Ching Tang often had enough political influence to ensure the election of class officers, class superlatives, which were social recognition honors in the school yearbook. During videos and interviews in May 2000, they had interviews in May 2000. Hold up now. Wait a minute. Of the first Ching Tang pledge class, whose members graduated in 1936 and were at the time an interview in their 80s, these earliest alumni stated that if you were not in Ching Tang, you just were out. These feelings of exclusivity created a mystique and pride that endured over the decades and still exists today. Who are all his members? I need to find out who's members. School authorities attempted sometime in the 1940s to curb the influence of the high school fraternities. Ching Tang adjusted to the pressure for a while, assumed the character of a school service club, and became known in the late 1940s and early 1950s alternatively as the Civitan Club, the Civitan and the Junior Civitan. While you want to be a civilian, huh? While they were sponsored by the Civitan organization and later by the Elks Club. At one point in the 1940s, in its effort to survive, the fraternity became incorporated as the Ching Tang Inc. What? The efforts to disband Ching Tang were fruitless, and it went on to enjoy some of its greatest years in the 1950s and early 1960s. And it says, see related article. I'll probably click that in a minute. I just want to get through this part. Ching Tang ceremonies and traditions remain surprisingly constant over the history of the fraternity. All of the specific traditions mentioned below were conceived by the earliest group of Ching Tang members and were still remembered by them in May 2000. The colors red and gold were adopted as the fraternity's colors. A membership pin was designed. Let me see what a membership pin looked like. What? Ching Tang. Stop the Ching Tang. How come I remember this pin? I'm not exaggerating. I promise you, I remember this pin. Wow. We don't know exactly when the Ching Tang pin was designed. We assume sometime in the 1930s. The Lakewood, Ohio Ching Tang pin top was a single dragon on a diamond-shaped pin. The above design appeared in a poster. Oh, are you seeing the pin? Let me share this tab instead. I'm sorry about that. Can you see it? Let's see. Okay, hold up. Antoine, hi. It's love, y'all. I promise you that. You here? Oh, thank you. Let me get back over here. Let me get back over here, Reed. The colors pin. Wait a minute. The above design appeared in a poster advertising a Ching Tang dance held in August 28, 1936, and remained the same until Ching Tang disbanded in 1973. The L.G. Balfour Company in look at Massachusetts. I knew they was going to show up somewhere. Altaboro, Massachusetts. And was purchased by members at one of the local jewelry stores in Coral Gables. Balfour Company has been sold, and the original die for the pin is long lost. Some of the brothers that still have their pins have had them mounted in their signet rings. The pin shown below left was made from a mold of the original pin shown above. It was the mount on this ring. Okay, Ching Tang. Now let me go back to the story. A membership pin was designed, which consisted of two golden dragons reared at their hind legs, holding vertically a golden sword with the initial CT embossed in the gold, supported by two rectangular bases in the red and circular sheaf of wheat. The motto "Onward and Upward" was also adopted in the 1930s and came to symbolize the desire of the members to better themselves, their community, and their country. This desire was evident during the war years when so many Chinks served their countries and gave their lives. Now, see, all the years of my life, I thought Chink was a derogatory statement for a Chinaman. And that's what they taught. That's what the misinformation. But Chink was supposedly an honorable mention of the Ching Tang members. Really? Mind's eye. For real? So all the years, remember Archie Bunker talking about chink chink? You know, you hear chink, and they said that was derogatory, but that was a passcode for the Ching Tang fraternity. Something ain't right. I'm telling you, I'm getting closer and closer. Loose these chains. Listen, this desire was made evident during the war years so many Chinks served their country and gave their lives. The secret handshake or chink grip was derived as one of the first fraternity symbols. Meetings were held on a weekly basis, also on Monday nights. Now, let me show you something. Now that I'm saying this about the chink, and I told you that at the beginning of this, how I got to this page researching the schools that I've went to. I was on George W. Bush, which his nickname was Skins. His code name, no, not you, Bush, not this one, your daddy. Okay, see? No, I see they taking me to the White House page. Nope, nope, that's not what I want. I don't need that right there. That's not what I want. Right here. Here we go. Let me show you something. I'm going to share this tab in a minute. Hold on. Remember, I said he was a liaison for China. On that paper I showed you earlier, I wrote 50 points of light. And then everything brought me here. And see this picture right here with him? Yeah, share this tab. He was the head in the office with China. Now, is he the head in charge of the Ching Tangs? I didn't download. See, they pushed it where I just downloaded something. I ain't download nothing. All I did was press the arrow. See, they keep making it me where I'm downloading. I didn't download this. I don't want to download this picture in my thing. That's not what I'm doing. See, they trying to do nope. All I was doing was trying to blow it up so I could see it a little better. But is this him representing? He looked just like them dudes sitting there in the Ching Tang fraternity. All the way from Ohio. Let me go back to this story. The secret handshake or the chink grip was derived as one of the first fraternity symbols. Meetings were held on a weekly basis, always on Monday nights. Election to membership required unanimous consent of all members. The final initiation of all pledges consisted of a hell night and a formal initiation ceremony held the morning after hell night. An annual trip outside the city attended by all members. This tradition started with the group, the 1934-36 group, when they spent several days at Indian Key. With later groups, the trip evolved to annual house parties at a hotel in Miami Beach. These trips were conducted by all classes through the decades. The members referred to themselves as Ching Tangs or also Chinks from the earliest days. The use of stylized Chinese letters spell out the name was in use as early as 1938 and can be seen by the example of stationery in use at the time. Community service projects collected food for needy, assisted the Hope School, and participated in the March of Dimes. Although we do not know the date or origin of the Chink song, it is known that it was in use from 1940s. Upon accepting a bid or being tapped to join Ching Tang, a prospective member became a pledge for a period of 6 months. During that time, the pledge was taught respect for his superiors, his teachers, the school, and society in general. They were forced to address members as Mr. or Sir and were instructed to never lie to a member. A copy of the pledge instructions surviving from April 1944 required pledges never to do anything that would interfere with their schoolwork, assured them that your pledgeship and membership in the fraternity will live with you as one of the happiest times in your lives. For all Chinks, this assurance was given to that wartime pledge class really came to pass for surviving Chink's report that each considers the brotherhood formed at the time experienced in their high school years was the happiest of their lives. One of the primary purposes of Ching Tang was the opportunity to socialize with a chosen group of friends. From the first, the Chinks organized dances and parties were attended by students from both Ponce de Leon Senior High and Miami Senior High. Frequently, these dances were sponsored jointly with sororities from both schools. Oh, so that's why Chad Ochocinco had a choice of Coral Gables Senior High or Miami Senior High. Oh, whichever one offered him the most in Chink dollars, huh? Frequently, these dances were sponsored jointly with sororities from both schools, which were named Pi Beta Nu, from Ponce, and Coxon, what? From Miami High, what? These dances were held at the Biltmore, and nobody know where the Biltmore, the Cocoa Plum Women's Club, and I was just reading a periodical from Miami Times about the Cocoa Plum and the Housekeepers Club in Coconut Grove. Ooh. So Pi Beta Nu and Coxon. I'm going to type those in. Let me write them down on this same paper right here that got me stuck in this rabbit hole right here, right now. Coxon. Now, I'm going to show y'all where Paul Andre, and I'm not joking or making it up. I knew it. I knew it. I'm talking about anytime we had to go to Mr. Andre house and eat, we better be on our P's and our Q's. I'm telling you, we had to be on our P's and Q's, and we had to make sure. I'm talking about I ain't making it up. I'm not exaggerating or embellishing. Some of the people that my father moved with were these, and my mother, now that I'm thinking about it. As a matter of fact, Mr. Andre's wife, Paul Andre, he must have been the junior or the senior one. His wife, we still have it in our family. She used to do ceramics. And she made my mother a cookie jar. She made our family a cookie jar. And this cookie jar was a whole strawberry cake with cupcake. And everybody in the family, to my nephew, the same nephew I was talking about, still to this day, wonder who gonna get the cookie jar. I ain't making this up. I'm not making this up. Hold up. So the Coxon and the Pi Beta News. The dances were held at Biltmore Hotel, the Cocoa Plum Women's Club, and the Housekeepers Club of Coconut Grove. The 1930s Chinks used these dances as fundraisers for their many school and extracurricular activity. This tradition of holding exclusive dances continued from the war years and the years immediately after. In the 1950s, the parties organized by the Chinks tended to be exclusive to members and their dates, who in turn were usually members selected girls club. Curiously, the Ching Tang survived through the years. None of the early girls clubs from the 1930s lasted until the 1950s. During the 1950s and 1960s, the Chings also socialized with new girls organized at Coral Gables High, including junior girls, Tally, Debs, and co-eds. Social relationships with the girls always formed an important part of the Ching Tang life. Commencing in the late 1940s, certain girls were elected annually as Ching Tang sponsors. There, there was no set procedure for electing sponsors, nor were there any requirements or even an annual election. However, the girls who were selected considered the selection a singular honor. Being elected a Chink sponsor was intended to signify an appreciation for years of devoted service to the ideals of Ching Tang and its members. Many of these Chink sponsors attended the reunion held in May 2000, celebrating the 70th anniversary of Ching Tang fraternity, and were accompanied by their husbands, some of whom are Chinks. For decades, membership of Ching Tang was considered a stepping stone to the school community leadership. Ching Tang was so influential that its members are so active in social, academic, and athletic activities at Ponce Gables High that Ching Tang membership alone practically assured one's success in these areas. Due to the various changes in the late 1960s and 70s, Ching Tang could no longer operate in accordance with its traditions. Consequently, in 1973, membership voted to end the quest for new members in the Ching Tang fraternity that Coral Gables High officially ended. Okay, so it ended that long ago. Okay, the Coral Gables High School graduates who are members of Ching Tang fraternity, or Chinks, as they call themselves, to this day continue to achieve leadership positions locally, statewide, and nationally as they succeed with their chosen professions. These have included the U.S. Uniformed Service, federal judiciary and practice of law, motion picture, television, business, local city government, medicine, advertising, insurance, retailing, publishing, accounting, construction, and major leagues of sports, just to name a few. They and many other Chinks will continue to do so in true Chink tradition and the adherence to the motto that they hold so dear. Chink Tang members have remained bound down through the decades by fraternity's motto, onward and upward. Say what? So you know me. Anybody that know me, I had to come over here and see if it's anything in Federal Register that had to do with Chink and Ching Tang. Naga Genie. Greater light. Greater light. Look, I had to come finish seeing if there's more kung fu fighting. More kung fu fighting. So here I came, and did I find anything close to Ching Tang Society or something that could possibly mean something? Look at this right here. The photovoltaic cells, whether or not assembled into modules, crystalline silicon, People's Republic of China. See, look, right there. I typed in Ching Tang, and this what came up. They still working on it too. They still working on it. They still working on it. They've been working on this since 2021. Let me see. They put in the application in 2023. That it's going to come in effect this year. Let me see when they're going to try to get this in full effect. Look, the high hope. Look, am I sharing this screen? See the words? I can't make this stuff up. They new sons and all the things they trying to do. What they got high hopes. Chint solar. Ching. Hold up. See G.W..BUSH? Share this tab. See him? You see the picture? Now, share this tab. See this? Now, share this tab. See this? What do they think they doing? What is it they got going on? By the time I figure it out, it's going to be too late for them. It's just giving me something to do. See this word right here, the meminist? This the same stuff inside the full power disruption code, disruption of communications. This is inside the disruption of communication code. High hope Zogatian. Who are the high hopes and chit solar? Eye for eye, tariff for tariff. The methodology right here. Commerce. They about to get down with the money. Get down with the get down. Look, they got Shenzhen Glory. Canadian Solar. Trina. Oh, didn't I just... Hey, let me tell y'all a secret. Let me tell you a secret. You know the video that I did with, what's her name? What's the girl name? Taylor Swift. Well, I was saying, I don't know who she thinks she talking to. Threatening the Floridanas. Talking about she trying to get to Florida. She can't stand nobody watering the flowers. And she want to get a new car. And she want to kill her and all that stuff that she got in her song when she wipe her face and show her true self. I don't know. You see that? On that video that I did with the radio, the song that I have in the backdrop, the drown over or through, is Trina and Lil Wayne. So that Trina and Lil Wayne is still in the backdrop of that song that she's singing, talking about she want to kill the Floridanas. Look like that's what they trying to do too. Look, Trina Solar Energy, Trina Heifer, Science and Technology. I can't make this stuff up. What did they even? You know what I'm beginning to believe, that they put this stuff here just because they know I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna find it. Let's see if she's gonna find this one. Let's see if she's gonna find this one. Trina Solar Energy. Vina and Trina. Vina Cell Technology. New East Solar Cambodia. Who are the Shenzhens? Let me type in to see who the Shenzhens is. We already on Kung Fu fighting. Already on Kung Fu fighting with the Ching Tangs all the years of my life up until today. Today is the first time that I found out that chink is not derogatory for a Chinaman. That's a high honors society. Now, who the Shenzhens? So let me see how they got this spelt in here. The Shenzhens. Is they? I know. I bet you they connected to Bush. Shenzhen. Who is the Shenzhen? Okay, there's the Shenzhen area. Let's click on and share this tab instead. Shenzhen. Why they son and they glory is over in our Federal Register. I'm just saying. And whatever they've been working on with the Shenzhen has been since 2021. And here's another thing. I didn't know that George W. Bush Sr. died in 2018. I didn't know that until today. I don't know what's going on with me. Stuff like that, like I would have been tap dancing and doing a whole ritual of celebration. But I don't remember that he transitioned. I don't remember anything about that. But oh, hey. That's because he's somewhere hiding. That's what it means. He ain't dead. He's somewhere hiding. So I wonder how much of this money and property does the Ching Tangs own? The Ching Tangs is just like the Juju. So you got Ching Tang USA out of Miami. And then you got Juju. I wonder exactly where Juju jeans, what company made them. Was it that the Ching Tangs too? Why is Shenzhen Glory over here? Let me get off of here and go find something constructive to do. These people, I didn't even read any scripture today. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back later and read some scripture, read some Bible. Look, it say to pray. It's telling me to. Am I sharing the screen and say to pray? Oh my goodness. One more check on this name right here out of the Ching Tangs. And I told y'all, so you know that I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. If they don't have it in history, they just don't. But I'm telling you, let me type in Paul Andre Insurance Miami. Florida Paul Andre. See this thing with the dying in a helicopter crash? Ain't that somewhere on here about one of his sons or something? Or him? Was that him? He married. Who died in a helicopter crash? Or who was in a physical evaluation? 37 years. Flight. Appeared physical evaluation, not fit for duty. Suffered in 19. He retired. Missiles. Permanent. Passed away. Nuh-uh. Let me get back here. Experience.com. So to die after tired Marine. See this date and how this must be his son. I don't know, but I remember when I saw this story and thought a lot about it. Why they don't have it here? Okay, let me just click on that story. Couple died after copter pilot. This helicopter did not arrive in Bahamas. Andre, who attended University of Miami, was past president of Marine Council during the early 80s and a board trustee until 1988. He owned Paul Andre and Associates. It's him. See, right here. And I'm not exact. I'm finna get off of here. I'm feeling some type of way. I am. You know, I already deal with the parts of the flesh that can make paranoia extreme in me, but I know that I'm poised, balanced, serene, and calm. I wasn't even sharing the screen. Let me go back and share the screen so you can see it. I'm poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know there's a reason why I'm directed to read this stuff here. I'm not just doing it on my own. You know, there's a puzzle. See, he was on his way to Bahamas. What is it? Whatever he was doing. See right here? See this? Andre, Paul Andre now, who attended University of Miami. I told you my University of Miami's major research and development institute, was the past president of Marine Council. He was also a chief of the early 80s and was a board trustee until 1988. He owned interest in the Paul Andre and Associates Insurance Company in Fort Lauderdale. That wasn't just Fort Lauderdale, honey. And I tell you, my mother worked with them for years. Whatever it means, whatever it may mean, huh? Oh, I wasn't sharing the screen. Did they block me out? I wasn't sharing the screen. They did that on because y'all know. You know what? That's okay. Here, I'm gonna put it back up real quick. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think. Hold up. Oh, they not letting me even get to it. Ooh, I think it's time for me to get off. I do, because they won't let me hit. Yeah, there you go. I could do it. Yeah, nah, and it ain't that easy. I'm putting it back up here. Okay. I'm showing the proof. I'm showing the proof. So this whole time I wasn't sharing the screen, huh? Back to what I said. Here's the history of the Chinks. History of the Chinks. There's Paul Andre. When we used to go to their house to eat, we had to be on proper, and it was always like we was under some type of study. Especially for me, I was the one that they would ask the most questions at the table. And my mama still, maybe that's part of the curse. Whatever bones they got in that cookie jar is bound, got our family bound. Huh? What else? Here, let me go to what I just showed about Paul Andre Insurance. That them trying to delete. I don't know why they deleted that out. They did that, not me, y'all. They did that. Here, share this tab instead. Back to it. Don't try to cut me out. Don't try to cut out my information. This is also I could be what is it called? Not repatriation, expatriated in peace. Expatriated in peace. Look at this. See right here? Right here. Andre, who attended University of Miami, was a past president of the Marine Council during the early 1980s and was a board trustee until 1988. He owned interest in the Paul Andre and Associates Insurance Company. And then they keep blocking me out with their advertisement. I'm not buying nothing at those Sun Sentinel. Now let me share this screen instead. Share this tab. See there? Is he the head honcho of Ching Tangs? How come everywhere I turn my head, I can't get out of the grasp of the bushes? I wrote down 50 points. Let me put 50 points of light. And that's how I got to this information today. 50 points of light. Here we go. Share this tab instead. 50 points of light. Look at his face. So I'm thinking I'm good and not attached to nothing. I'm willingly attaching myself to things that don't have to do with Bush and them. And I'm encouraging people. Talking out here, I'm gonna walk for hands on. I'm gonna tell them they can come get that. I'll walk on my own. And look at this mess. Look at this. Look at this. And then he's the skin. What's his name? What's his nickname? Say Bush. What's your nickname? Skin. Huh? Skin. You trying to take our light and fill your skin? Wait till I get my hands around your neck. Huh? You and Queen Elizabeth. That's why they holding me down. Huh? That's why they holding me down. Because they already know what time it is. They already know. Talking about Atlanta based. This come right out of Atlanta. That's why the lady, when she called me from Atlanta the other day, had such an attitude and tone in her voice. And I told her, you could keep, I don't need your food stamps. God provided when I was out there and didn't have a thing. He fed me just like the sparrows. Huh? They took the job from me because I wouldn't shut up. Because I still came online and talked against these beings. They all work together. They say, well, you can't be quiet. Nope. We don't care how qualified you are. Bye. So then they would try to put me in a predicament. And guess what? I still ain't had to ask nobody for nothing. Huh? Still eating. Huh? That's all right. I'm about to close it out. Y'all watch. Just watch. Huh? Watch how God unfolds in perfect sequence. Unfolds. Point of light. Look at the name there. Wait, where it say the Hands-On Network? I'm steady promoting for the beings that killed my son. Every time I turn around and God say, look, I'm going to show you something. You not hurting because you can't get on the treadmill. I want you to pay attention to something. I want you to pay attention. I need you to sit down. Y'all know I've been trying to get to that treadmill for the past couple of days. Every time I get ready, I was dressed. You didn't see me yesterday. I had on no jewelry or nothing. I had on stuff to work out in. And I start getting numb all on the left side. Still, right now, still the same thing. Hold my elbow, a big old knot on my elbow, just like this. He said, I need you to sit down and pay attention. And so I picked up this paper. I'm telling the story one more time. I picked up this paper. That I wrote on last month. And see the 50 points of light. And this isn't what I was going to build on. But I said, well, let me go ahead and look it up. And all this came from that. You steady saying you ain't down with their system and what Biden them have to offer. But you still working for them now. What? Yep. If you say hands-on, you working for them. It don't matter that the money going, every step you take is for them. Oh, for real? Yep. If you say volunteer, you working for them. I'm finna show you. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. I have to say, Father, forgive them, for they didn't know what they was doing. And I'm talking about those within the bloodline attached to this flesh. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God is going to give me all the answers to what I need, And he's going to keep his promise, God is going to keep his promise. Thank you, King Ellis. Greater light. Greater light. Appreciate you. Mind's Eye, greater light. Naga Genie, greater light. And Mr. Antoine Smith, Can I have my birth name, Can I have my birth name, But a name ain't nothing but a name, I want it all to fall off. Fall off. Greater light. I'll see y'all later. Let's get which one? Which version?
Who is being created.
I'm in war mode.
To a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created it. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light.
God's
Those
promise.
who live in the dark land, the light will shine on them. God's promise, 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 promise. God's promise, 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 promise. God's mind is my mind is light. I'm in always reflecting his light. Always I acknowledge no knowledge, no courage. Ooh, God, you promised that great day will come. Yes, God, you promised that I will see my son. You promised that he is by your side, and nothing can separate this love inside. No masters, no doctors can prescribe ways in my calling. Only his ways, oh ancient of days, can correct. He reflects the path I acknowledge.
You see where that finger was supposed to be?
God's promise, 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 promise.
Oh.
God's promise, 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 promise.
Oh.
God's promise, 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 promise.
Oh.
God's promise, 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 promise.